Hello everyone, I'm Laurel and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making resin bead bracelets. So about a year ago I had made these beads, and in the video I said I was going to make a bracelet and I never did. Well, I made the bracelet and I made the video, but I never posted it. So what you're going to see next is the video I made, and I just finished editing it. Thanks to a very nice person. They wanted to see how I made the bracelet, which reminded me that I had made the video, I just didn't post it. So thank you very much for reminding me. So I do hope you like how I made these. As you can see, I just linked them together after I put the eyelet screws in. I just linked them together with a 6mm jump ring. And then I used an 8mm jump ring for the ends and a lobster claw clasp. Now on this bracelet, I had done the same, except instead of using the jump ring, I made these cute little beads. Well, I didn't make the beads. I purchased the beads from Michael's, and I used 20 gauge wire, and I just made these small links, and I used those in between. And I did the same closures with the two 8mm and the lobster claw clasp, but I did add in a small jump ring, 6mm, right next to the 8mm and to the bead, and I added this little charm in here that says "Made with Love." So let's get on with the video. I do hope you enjoy it. So in the last video I made a bunch of these really pretty beads, and I said I was going to make a bracelet out of them, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So you'll need several different things. You'll need your beads, and I have a bunch of them. I just don't want them all rolling around while I'm working, so I just took a few and stuck them on top of the mold just to hold them. You'll need your drill with a very fine drill bit. You'll need some little eyelet screws, and you'll also need some jump rings and the claw closure clasps. They're lobster clasps, I'm sorry, and you'll need those too. So to begin, we're going to need to drill. So let me get this all plugged in. And then you're just going to take one of your beads and then just start drilling. Just don't go real deep, just do a little bit so that you can put your screw in. So then once that's done, we'll just take an eyelet screw and then place it in there and screw it in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all of them first on one side, and then when I come back I'll show you how to do the other side, because we have to line them up so that they're perfect. Alright, so I got a few of them done. And what I should have told you was, before you screw them in, if you'd like, for added security, you can put a dab of resin in that hole that you just made and then screw it in, and then just put it under your UV light, and it should keep that very secure where it will not move. So next, I'm going to drill again. And I'm going to be very careful about it, because I want to make sure that it's directly across from the first hole that we drilled. Now I'm being very careful with this one because I don't want to make a mistake. I know the other one's drilled pretty quick, but I'm just trying to make sure. Oops, and I made a little scratch, but you can cover that up with resin, especially when you fill in that little hole with some resin and then put your eyelet screw in. Have it a little low. And I'm not really quite sure if that's directly across, but I am hoping it is. Oops. All right, so let's see. The other one seemed to drill a lot easier than this one, but that's okay. Sometimes it does that. And you simply just screw it in. And then make sure that they're facing in the same direction, like so. And it seems like I might have grabbed some smaller eyelets, but you understand what I mean. So then you just go on to the next. I wonder if I can still take these out. Oh, I can. So since I use the smaller eyelets, I'll just remove those and then place a larger eyelet in. I don't know where those came from. I must have thrown another package in there. So we'll just use the larger ones, and I'll just screw those into these that I had done already. I had a few other ones that were under the light, so I still hope that they'll come out because I did put a dab of UV resin on them. So I'll screw that one in a second. I might have to make a larger hole because that was a smaller eyelet, as you can see. So then you go directly across. And then you start drilling again. Just do it little by little. I think that's why the other one went a little faster. And then plus I used a smaller eyelet. I don't think they're all like that. Just a few of them, I think. And then just screw it in. Like so. This one I might have to drill a little bit deeper because that other screw is smaller. Okay, that should be just fine. And then I'll get all the eyelet screws on, and then I'll come back and show you what the next step is. Now that I have these all ready, we can start assembling them. And you'll need 6mm jump rings. And then I have a couple 8mm jump rings and the Lobster clasp. All right, and then you'll need a pair of pliers. I have two. You don't need two. You can only use one if you'd like. But sometimes I can't close the jump rings. So first, you're going to open the jump ring to the side, and then you'll choose one of the beads, like so, and then you'll choose another color and place that on also. And then you're going to close up that jump ring. You're going to wiggle it back and forth till you see that it is perfectly connected and closed. that the two ends connect together. And then again, we're going to open a jump ring to the side, take your link of beads, place it on there, and we ended with the purple, so we'll take a green this time, add that on, and close up the jump ring. And then we'll continue on with that, and just make sure that you choose like colors, different colors as you go along. Let's see, we got a green. I do have a yellow one, so I think I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to put the yellow one next to the red. And just close that up. All right, so let's see. So next to the yellow, I'll place a green one. This is like a turquoise. That would be pretty. So I'm going to put the turquoise one on. Close up the jump ring. And then you can also do this and measure as you're going along to see how many more you need. So let's see. Whoops. Can't find the opening. Open it to the side. Very pretty purple one. Just going to add that one. I love the purple. Those flowers are just so pretty. Another jump ring. That is a purple. Oops. And the jump ring fell off. All right, let's see. Okay, I'll add a red one. And close up the jump ring. And then we'll measure again. And we are so close. So I only need a couple more, but I want to make sure that the greens aren't together. So I have red over here. So I will add a green to this side. You can do it any way you want. If you make them all red or if you make them all green, that is fine too. It's all up to you how you want to put this together. There's no right or wrong. You're just attaching all your beads. Also, if you have the bead that has the hole in it instead of like this one, because there is one that has that makes a hole in it. Now that you can just get some elastic cord and then put it together that way, and that will also make a really nice bracelet. You just have to make sure when you use the elastic cord that you secure the knot very well, and just put a little like E6000 or some kind of craft glue on it so that the knot will stay. So let's see. Oh, we are there. Look at that. So now I do have a little leftovers, so we'll just set those aside. And now I'm going to take the 8mm and place that at the end of that one. And then another 8mm, I'm going to open up, place it on this side, and then add the lobster claw clasp and just close up that jump ring. So now, and if you're like me, I always have difficulty putting on bracelets. So I'm going to open the clasp first and see if I can hold it there and get it into that 8mm jump ring. See, I got it. And it makes a very pretty bracelet. Now, if you think it's too long or well, actually too big, after you put it all together and you put the 2 8mm and the lobster claw clasp on, if it seems too big for you, you can remove one of the beads and one of the smaller jump rings and then just, you know, attach the 8mm down one or two depending on the size of your wrist. And there's the bracelet, and I hope you liked my video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and press that bell for notifications of my upcoming videos. Also, in the description box below, you will find links to my jewelry, my artwork, and my photography. So I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.